Hi guys, this is week 9 Project Life, and I'm doing something a little bit different today. I've got my photos here, and I have got a bunch of sunny days stuff from crepe paper, which came in a haul that I did from scrapbook.com, which I'm just realizing now I haven't posted for you guys to see, so I will pop that up tomorrow for you, but for now this is some of the stuff I got in my haul. So I just grabbed a few bits and pieces. I really loved the Sunny Days collection, and I just thought the colors were really summery and pretty, despite the fact that, you know, like, we don't spend a lot of time in our summer like going on vacation or at the beach or whatever, so a lot of the themes in this line probably aren't super relevant to me and our life, but I think I can make it work because I really love it. It's so pretty, and I love pretty things at the moment. So I've got my photos, and I just went through the ephemera pack because I know that crepe paper make a lot of their ephemera like super big. So as you can see, there are a couple of things in there that are almost 3x4 cards. So I pulled a couple of those out, and now I'm just going through the 6x8 paper pad, which I really love. I really do love these 6x8 pads. They make like perfect Project Life paper because you can split them into the 4x6 cards, or I mean, I love them for travel notebooks. I just love 6x8, and if every line made 6x8 pads, it would make me eternally happy. So I've picked out a few papers, and I'm just sort of working out which ones I wanted to use. I love that gold foiled bird paper, but the colors in this striped paper just seemed to pull all the colors from my photos in the few pieces of ephemera that I had chosen. They just pulled it all together. I did decide to take back one of the it's not really 3x4, but one of the bigger cards. I was going to do my journaling on there, but I decided to pull that back, and I'm just going to use some plain white card, I think, because I wanted to type on it, and I wasn't sure how well that was going to show up on that card or how well it was going to go through my typewriter. So I just trimmed down a 3x4 piece of white card and did my journaling on there. There wasn't a whole bunch to say about this week. Like, I think just about every photo of this week came from the weekend, so really the journaling just reflects the weekend rather than the whole week. I don't think that there was anything particularly special about the week, which is why I did not take any photos, and I'm okay with that. I don't have an issue if all of the photos are from the weekend. That tends to be when we do the most stuff anyway, so if I was documenting every week, my pages would tend to get a little bit repetitive, I would think. I kind of had a blank space on this photo, but as you can see, it's not like super big enough for these words. Let's go. We have a classic car, and we went on a classic car run, so the let's go puffy stickers were perfect for that. But the space wasn't. I didn't really want to reprint the photos, so I've just popped them on there, and to be honest, it looks better in real life than it does on video here. I had this blank space at the bottom of the card that I had typed. I finished typing obviously a little bit early. So I've trimmed out some of those gold hearts from that sheet. I don't know what it is. I assume that's how you're supposed to use it, trim out the little pieces. I'm not sure why they aren't done for you. But I've trimmed out the hearts, and they sort of fit across the bottom there really nicely. Now I also used that roll-on. They're like little dotted lines, this is exactly the sort of thing that I had planned to use them for. It made it so much easier to draw the lines in after I had done the typing. I hadn't imagined that was how I was going to do it, but it worked out really nicely. And then all I did was add another label back underneath those gold hearts. I just peeled them up, added a label that says rest and relaxation, which is exactly what this weekend was, and then a couple little tiny staples to make sure that stays stuck on there. For my face mask selfie photo, I've just trimmed down one of those ephemera pieces. It says Happy Life, and it was quite large. It was obviously going to cover up way too much of my photo. So I've just trimmed that down to make it almost like a little bordered tiny word, which I really love. Love the pattern and the color on there too. And now I'm just faffing about with this card/photo down the bottom here. I want to make a kind of cluster, I guess, of these ephemera pieces and my photo. 6 degrees, guys. I mean, I get that we're in March, like barely in March, so, you know, we have hit the first day of autumn, but 6 degrees, I mean, like literally one day it was 24 degrees and the next it was 6. The weather here has been just the tiniest bit insane and it needed documenting. So here I'm using another one of the tape runners. This one has little phrases, so I added 3 of those and I trimmed out another one of those gold things, a leaf, and just stuck that under my photo, and I'm calling that done for now. And now my title card, I wasn't really sure where I was going to go for there, but I have used a couple of these gold pieces, so I decided again I'll use my rule of 3 here and trim out a third one. So this is a fairly large floral piece, and it's kind of hard to tell with the lighting. You can sort of see it when it's in shadow. These pieces are embossed a little bit, so it's not just an outline of a shape. In real life it's much easier to see the detail on there than it is on camera here. I'm adding a label from the sticker sheet underneath and then gluing that floral piece on top, just off the bottom, and trim just a tiny little piece out. So I'm going to add my title on here, and this thickers ruler is another one of the things that I got from my haul. So again, keep an eye out for that tomorrow. I promise I will have it uploaded, because I'm always on a quest to try and get straighter letters. You know, it's like one of my big struggles. I just cannot get these straight. And to be honest, this didn't help that much. I clearly have not used it properly. I stuck it down and they all just pop back up like normal. I mean, you've seen me, I've usually used like a backing sheet from a stamp or something, and this didn't work any better than that. So if you've got any tips, please leave them down below. If you've used those rulers and have better success than me, let me know how, because I am quite desperate to make it work. Now I've added my date stamp onto this label, and I've just used my Memento ink, so I'm going to be super careful not to smudge that until it dries. I can't find my stays on ink pad, which is what I would normally use on those printed labels like that, because they've got quite a slick surface, but I've just used Memento. That's all I could find, so I have been super careful not to smudge that, and I managed to not smudge it at all. I added another one of those puffy word stickers that says love, because it was a photo of the sort of craft and math on my desk. But then I found this sticker that said this is my happy place, which I loved so much more. Luckily, I could peel off a little bit of that puffy sticker. They don't tend to come off photos really easily, but that one I got enough of it up that I could add the sticker in underneath and then just finish the cluster with a little love heart. I added the magic moment sticker to the photo of Lily. It wasn't really a magic moment, magic that she let me take a photo of her, I guess, but the sticker's got this really beautiful like iridescence to it. Really hard to see on camera here. You'll see in the detail photos at the end, but it's so pretty and it goes very nicely with my pretty little Lily. I loved the color of this card here, and I did have that space for a filler card, but I decided in the end I didn't love the sort of sentiment that was on it. So I changed it by just adding one of the other die cut pieces to another piece of white card. Sunshine on my mind seemed much more appropriate after the crazy weather that we had that week, and then just added a few more stickers on top and called that whole page done. This was a really simple page to put together, and I love how it turned out. It's so much fun using scrapbook supplies on a Project Life spread and instead of a usual kit. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you want to keep watching, there's a couple more videos on screen. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye guys.